So this is the paper mache mixing demo for sculpture. You received in your package a box of what we call art paste. This is the easiest kind of paper mache to make. Basically, it's a box that is about 2 ounces of material that you add to water, okay? So that's what the bag looks like when it comes out of the box. We are not going to be using this whole bag. This whole bag actually makes 4 quarts, and this is 4 quarts of paper mache goop, okay? You don't need 4 quarts to do this small monster project. Now, if you want to do that, you can, if you think that you're going to use it for something else. If you're going to build more stuff over the summer, that's fine. I am not requiring that you make 4 quarts. In fact, I'm going to show you how to make just enough of this into a small yogurt container. So this is actually a 32 ounce container of yogurt. So this is an easy thing to have or to get because a lot of people get either yogurt or cottage cheese or something in a smaller container like this. This is not required. So this I'm just gonna put off to the side. We don't need that anymore, but that is 4 quarts. And this is actually what it looks like. It's very watery. Yours is gonna be slightly thicker than this. Okay, so in order to do this, you're probably gonna need something to mix this with. I just happen to have a plastic spoon. You're gonna need a tablespoon. I have 2 here just to show you the difference, because one of these says big T and one of them says little t. You want the big T. That's 1 tablespoon. Okay, that's pretty big. You don't need the small one. I only gave that or showed that to you for size. You're also gonna need a measuring cup, and you're gonna need the 1 cup measuring cup. Okay, so really truly you need the 1 tablespoon, the 1 measuring cup, something to mix it with. You could mix it with a spoon or like a popsicle stick or something, and then you need a container, and this is kind of the perfect container for this particular ratio of materials. Now, I already went ahead and I put 4 cups of water into this container. Okay, so that's what you need the cup for. You need 4 cups of water. I'll put that on the screen. 4 cups of water. And then you're gonna open up your art paste. So again, art paste should have come in your kit. Everybody should have gotten a box of this. Believe it or not, this little container of art paste can be purchased at Michael's or Joann. I don't know if they have it in stock, but if you don't have this or if you lost it, you can always get some. There is an alternative to make this with cornstarch. I will put a cornstarch paper mache video up that another person has made as reference as well. So if you want to make it with household pantry items, you can do that as well. But this should have been picked up from the school in your kit, okay? So I'm gonna put that off to the side. So one of the things that I would try not to do is try not to cut this bag so that it flies open, because this is kind of a dust. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna very carefully, don't cut yourself. Just try and get this plastic piece, and there it came off, so that you're not cutting the bag, because you want to be able to reclose this when you're done. And so now what I'm gonna do, basically the ratio, if this makes 4 quarts, I've done the ratio for you. It should be 1 heaping tablespoon. And when I mean heaping, I mean like that, okay? To 4 cups of water. So I'm gonna put this in, kind of try and get as much off as I can. And then I'm gonna put this bag off to the side. Now, what should I have started with? Well, you can start with warm water. That's gonna make this dissolve a little bit easier. You can start with cold water, but once you have the material into the container, you're going to mix it with a spoon. Now, don't do more than 4 cups of water or this is not going to work. Okay? I'm stirring it up. I'm getting all the way down to the bottom. I'm stirring it into, and I'm making sure that it's not clumpy. One of the problems that you have if you just leave this in the water and you don't stir it real well is it's gonna get kind of clumpy. We should have a consistency that starts to become like almost like hair gel, okay? So now I've mixed this thoroughly together. Now I'm going to wait 20 minutes for this to set up, okay? And I'll come back when that's done. So welcome back to paper mache. So this is my guy. We've talked about him in the previous video on structure. But he's ready to go. He's ready to get started with paper mache. So while this was setting up, I put a little bit of tape onto my bag of paper mache. And then if you want, you can put it back into the box and save it so you know what it is. Otherwise, you just have a bag of like this material in it. And if it gets lost, then it becomes a problem. So I usually just take it and I put it back into the box. This can be saved indefinitely for any art projects, and really truly paper mache is one of the cheapest ways to make anything in art. And this art paste is literally, I think it's under $3 at the store, and it makes 4 quarts of stuff. So if you were looking to make Halloween decorations or say graduation decorations or something along those lines, you could always make it with paper mache because paper mache is super cheap and easy to make, okay? So I would keep that. That's free to you. I don't want it back. That's yours. So now let's double check on the status of this. So this has gotten a lot thicker than it was when we started. So it's starting to be really the consistency of like a hair gel. Now, I understand that some people don't really like to touch like slimy things, so yeah, I'm sorry. This is the only way that you can do it, but this is some great paper mache, and like I said, it costs pennies to make. If you did not pick up these supplies, please, they're still up at Blaine High School. You can still pick it up. This is still going to be in the box or in the bag for you. If you still can't get there, then also attached to this classroom assignment, or actually material, will be a video on how to make your own paper mache from cornstarch. Okay, that does require some cooking. All right, so now we can start with paper mache, and we'll move on to that in the next lesson.